Hey everybody, I'm the Bigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Now we're down here in a very familiar site. Past couple of episodes, you guys have seen this area over and over again. You're probably like, Piggy, come on, let's do something different. Alright, well, let's see here. I gotta remember which one it was. Is it this guy? Her. Nope, not you. I want to say it was a librarian. Maybe this guy. And you can tell by the color of their coats. Yep, name tag. I can, for 20 emeralds, buy a name tag as the top trade. Now, I'm going to have a link down in the description for a still image that shows you how to trade with villagers. Now, it doesn't show you, like, trading with villagers. But what it does is it shows you all the different jobs that villagers can do. And, not only that, but it shows you the prices of all the different things they sell. So I've been using that chart to help me kind of figure out, are these good prices or bad prices? Now, for the librarian, the top trade for a librarian is going to be a name tag. And I think the lowest price was 20 emeralds. So I've got 2 name tags right here. I think I need to get some more name tags. I do. I need 3 name tags. Because I have 3 dogs that I need to name. And I actually have some levels. So I am going... Nope. No. I actually pushed that button a little earlier. And thinking I was going to open the glass. And it flushed out the villager. Now let me show you this over here. We'll come over here. Now this track is going to do the same thing. Let's say we get a villager here, and we're like, nope, and we hit the button to send him off for work. It's going to send him this way. That signal's not going to turn on right there. So this is going to stay turned. And the villager's going to come down here and turn and go down this track. We'll just start hopping real fast and come up this track and turn and go that way. And y'all can see, yep, I have cleared out the tunnel, finally. I cleared it all the way to over there where the little water elevator is going to be at for the villagers. Now this is where my failed attempt at putting a end portal that didn't quite work. So we're going to have to clean up this mess pretty soon and figure out a way to get like some niceties going because this spot looks ugly. You know, I got the beginnings of some kind of a ceiling pattern going on, but that's not really what I'm going to focus on today. We'll clean this up at a later time. What I want to focus on is the fact... Let me see if I can remember which one it is. A cleric with XP bottles. No. There's one here that's a Fletcher. And a Fletcher is somebody that works with bow and arrows. This guy. Okay. So look. For 19 string, I can get an emerald. Okay? But the problem is, like, you trade a bunch with him, and then this trade locks. And so you have to trade with him a higher level. Now, the next trade is buy arrows from him. And the next trade after that is buy a bow from him. So to me, this is kind of useless, okay? I'm going to give him a bunch of string. And then I'm going to have to buy some arrows or a bow from him to sell more string. And this is, from what I remember in the chart, this was not a good sale anyway. Like, if I was going to keep one of these guys, I would want to be able to sell less string for the same amount of emeralds. So you, sir, you're getting flushed. But, and I can't remember. I'm trying to... Okay, we'll go over here. I'll show you how this works because we actually have a villager. And we got carts. Good. So here's what's going on. I gave my villagers up in the stork a whole bunch of food. I mean, several stacks. And this is what we got. One guy. Let's see. Call new villager. What? Did I not power something right? This is what I get for not checking things before we go and hit record. Oh, man. What did you do, mister? Let's see if we can just break that. Great. That's going to get stuck there and despawn. There goes 5 pieces of iron. Oh well. Well, let's right click, and he's a cleric, so we can sell him rotten flesh, but that's 40 pieces of rotten flesh. Now, what I was thinking about doing was maybe trade with him just to see what books I could get from him. I think it was this. So see how it's 37? I can't remember if that... I think that one was 43. So this, I can sell less rotten flesh for the same amount of money. I can buy Eye of Enders from him and XP bottles. And I think this was on the low end. I think this was a good trade as well. I'll have to double check. But here's what's going on. So I got this Fletcher guy. Not, you know, your name's not Fletcher. You are a Fletcher. I've got him. And I can't remember which else. I think I was going to swap this guy out. But it's taken a lot of food to get one villager. There you are, buddy. That's crazy. We need a whole lot more food. So I think what I'm going to have to do to get a lot more villagers is we're going to need to build an automated farm. Now, the cool thing about 1.8, let's just go ahead and go over here, and I'll show you this other part. The cool thing about 1.8 is that you can get villagers to pick crops for you now. So there is a farm made by a YouTube channel named Unarybit. You might know this channel used their villager farm idea. Well, they also have a villager like harvest, or not breeder, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a farm for getting food. So I'm going to build one of those, but I need some villagers to operate it. So we're about to have to employ some villagers. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some of the villagers that I don't want to keep. We'll just hop off here. And I'm going to flush them out and send them over here. Now, I've got to work on this. This is my temporary path to the Nether hub. We'll move that as well. We're going to kind of work on this area and make it look nice. But what we're going to do is the villagers are going to swim up here. And oh, weird. Look at my hand. It's like back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. That's strange. Never noticed that. Oh, it is nighttime, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Oh, no. And I don't know if I have a sword with me. And I think I just had griefing turned off. And that is why. Just because of that. Yikes, look at the mess up here. Oh, let's run for the hills. Oh, no. Come up, son, quickly. Make them burn. I'm going to have to pop this guy back because he thinks he's cool. You stay over there, sir. Oh, great. Now they're going to hop all over the crops. Well, that's all right. We're going to move the farm. But here's what we're going to do today. I am not going to pick zombies to death. That was just an improv there. And these guys, nobody wants to burn. I just want to see the skeletons burn. There we go. That's what I want. Barbecued zombie. And I love how when you walk into the fire, you don't catch on fire. That's good. So, and I do need to get this guy because we need ender pearls. Need ender pearls so we can open up the end gate. Nice. Open up the end gate so that we can get in and fight the dragon. But right now, this is a pretty ugly structure, right? More flesh. And it's raining. Wow. Boy, it's raining. So here's my plan. I want to, I think I'm going to bring the ground up right here. Bring it a little more level. Maybe pick a better location. But we're going to build a building. We're going to build a building, a nice looking building that's going to hold all of the villagers. It's going to be like the employment office. You know how sometimes there's like day laborers? They want to work just for a day, and so somebody like maybe help mow the lawn or something like that, and people go over and they hire somebody for a day. Well, we're going to do that. We're going to build an employment building, and we're going to have a place to put all of our fleshed out villagers so that when I have jobs for them to do, like the iron farm and the upcoming food farm, we'll have a place for them. So I'm going to have to pick out a nice spot, eat some mutton here because we're starving. Not yet, but we're getting close. It wouldn't hurt to get those hearts back. Go ahead and figure out a spot as well where I want to put the farm. Now, we're in spawn chunks. And I think you stay in there. You just take a bath. I think what I want to do is I want to put it underground. Maybe somewhere right over there. I'm not quite certain yet. But, what? You get out of here. Let me pick your teeth. I guess he didn't want his teeth picked. So, with a toothpick. With a teeth pick. I don't know. Yeah, so I am going to get to figuring out the layout over here for this ground. Because the other thing is, I got to remember for future projects. I have something that's going to come right through here. Right that way. And I'm not so certain I want the building to be in the way. So I'm going to have to work that out. So I'm going to go work out all the details. I'm going to probably move this little water elevator thingy. As soon as I get all that worked out, I'll bring you back and show you what I got going. Alright, everybody. And here we are. Yep, that's where the portal is. And, well, the tunnel just goes a little bit further, doesn't it? Whoop! And that probably looks a little different than what you're used to. So what I've done is I extended this. I put a detector rail and an activator rail. And then I put this, a trap door. And what I'm trying to do is I'm using the mechanic that's the same mechanic that you would use if you're making a gold farm. The type of gold farm in the overworld where you make a nether portal, and when zombie pigs spawn, they think that this is a full block. So they step out on it, but they fall. So let me fight the water. Gotta fight the water. Get over here and get the minecart because I haven't finished this. I'm going to put like a hopper and a cactus, and what's going to happen is the villager's going to come along this track, go through here, and when you're in a minecart, you saw it, you go right through the glass. But when you're on that activator rail, it wiggles the minecart and kicks you out. So because all of this is solid, the villager's going to get pushed into that water stream. The minecart will come over here. It'll get broken by some cactus. It'll get collected in a system. Just, you know, kind of the basic setup a lot of people use for minecarts. But this is going to work the same way as it used to work. Right about there. We're just going to get pushed into the water. And we're going to pretend we're a villager. And it's going to start making us swim up top. Now, I know that y'all have seen this for several episodes. And I promise you, this is probably the last time you're going to have to watch this. At least for this build. Okay. Things might happen in the future. But see how we swim up and we keep swimming? And I'm jumping because I'm still holding my spacebar like I was swimming. And no matter what, this water is going to push the villagers right to this point. So here's what's going to happen. And I know y'all see something up there like, what in the world is this? So I'm going to place a minecart and click on it like we're a villager, and whoo, we get sucked out of there. And let me break that. So, whoop. Yep, we're all about business today. We are not playing around. We better hurry because the sun's dropping. So, here we go. We're a little bit further, like right over there is where it used to come out, and now it comes out right here. And I know it looks like an absolute eyesore, doesn't it? It looks like all we're doing this season is building a bunch of messes. But here's what's going on. I'm making this look like a place where you can come hire work. Okay. Now I've got where are they? I've got pistons here, and I went ahead and put furnaces just so it kind of looks like the pistons. Like, see, a furnace right there and there. There's one back there. But from the outside, through the bushes, it kind of looks like similar patterns. And I'm not, I'm not staying on there. But I'm not using a bunch of resources to make pistons, just so I can have that texture. But through the bushes and from far away, it still looks similar. But here's why I've got pistons, okay? So I push on this button. See, these buttons, to me, they look like they just kind of match the structure. You push that, whoop, closes it. So now, if baby zombies spawn out here, they can't run underneath and get down there and kill the villagers. But my villagers, they can be down there, collected and ready to go. And when I want to hire a villager, I push a button. It pushes that cart in place. I'm going to put a minecart there and watch it's going to go down. It's going to come right back up. It's going to go down and come right back up. There we go. And what will happen is if there's villagers down in there, They're going to get sucked into a minecart and brought up here. And I'm going to extend the tracks to wherever I need it to go, like temporary tracks. And we'll just move our villagers around like that. I thought it'd be cool to do like, just your little stairs and a sign. Just try to come up with an interesting little design just to make it look like this is somewhere you could sit. Like this is where you're sitting and waiting for a job to show up. Something you can do. Got little bushes going here. And y'all might be going, Piggy, what's the deal? This doesn't look finished. And you would be correct. We're going to use some acacia wood today. I haven't really worked with acacia wood that much, and I figured, you know what? Making this like orange and yellow, those are kind of universal colors that's used for like construction and hazard and all that kind of stuff. So I tried out a few different design ideas, and I came up with something that I think is going to look pretty cool. So and you can see, I can't handle it. I can't handle it when it's empty. So I filled it all up with cobble, and we're getting some grass to grow on top, and we're just gonna, we're gonna smooth out the landscape as we go. So, and bad guys are spawning. So I'm gonna get to heading over here, which is what I need to do next. I'm gonna go over to the not the iron farm. That's the iron farm. That's what we're trying to get online. I'm gonna go over here. Oop! You get back. Tell you what. I'm going to go over here and sleep real quick and make it day, and I'm going to meet you over there. And if you don't know what's over there, you're about to find out. Alright, so we got it to be daytime, and I'm coming over here. This was the last thing we built at the end of Season 1. A nice, awesome tree farm. And that is what I'm hunting for. Now, one of the main reasons, and I'm just going to double check here and see, I know I had a nice axe right there. That's what I want. Fortune 2 on an axe. Really? I need to test it one day and find out, does fortune actually give you more wood? But, for those of y'all maybe that haven't seen this, I'm going to put a link in the up on the screen. Yeah, I'm going to have a link so y'all can go see a tutorial how to build this, and a link to show you the episode where I built this in. But what I'm doing is I'm just over here collecting me some acacia, because we're going to need acacia. And apparently I don't have a stash of acacia around. But this farm, whoop, we'll pop down here. This farm, see how we come here, it just stops? Yeah, this is the one of the main motivators that I wanted to get the iron farm going. Because I want to build some stuff over here that's going to be a sorting system. So as we chop trees down, we can just store everything in a nice little warehouse looking structure. It'll sort out all of the wood and all the saplings and everything. But we got to have iron to do that. Oh, how did I miss that one? You! Alright, so I'm going to get to chopping these trees. And I'm going to meet you back over at the build and show you what the roof is going to look like. And then we are going to try and end the episode by giving our dogs some names, because they need names. We can't just run through there and not call them by their names. They get lonely or something. And that was a really, really strange lag spike. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'm going to climb up there and get that, and I will meet you back over at the build. Alright, everybody. We have got the roof on top. And I know y'all are probably like, Piggy, you're not really building a lot on camera today, buddy. I know. I've been working really hard trying to get all this stuff done, and it just, time got away from me this time. But I figured, okay, so you know what? We'll cure your building blues, okay? So, boop, boop. Uh-oh. This ain't working, right? Oh, there it goes. What? That's strange. Okay, see how there's... The redstone torch is supposed to be... I wonder if there's some kind of block update that's not going on. And that's why putting the first one down made it work. Oh, there we go. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. So there we go. And that kind of gives you an understanding why I had the torches there. We'll just fill that in. And I'll pop these down over here. And I know y'all are probably like, Piggy, would you stop playing around with this, and would you please show us the roof, buddy? You said you're going to make the roof. Show us the roof. Let me just do this. We'll pop this down right there. I'm going to go ahead and get that so we can get the grass spreading. And I'll come over here. And you're ready? Ta-da! Oh, not too magical from over here. There you go. So just a basic slanted kind of roof with a little bit of a design in it. Figured I would go for a flat on the back instead of making it curved all the way around. So it's kind of like, it's a little more fancy in the front. Because the front is where, you want to get stuff, where you would buy something. The back is just kind of boring. So that's going to be our build for today. We finally got our employment office going. And so now I can get rid of villagers I don't want to use way over there. We can get them collected over here and have them ready for when I am ready to use them, which hopefully will be in the next episode. And we're going to make our way over here to the house while I explain to you this. Today, or not today, this episode, this is what I want your project to be. I want you to go ahead and figure out some way to collect the villagers you don't want to use and take them to a central location so that you can use them later on in your builds or farms or just different things like that. Villagers you don't want to trade with, but you don't want to get rid of. And then I want you to take pictures of that. You can send it to me on Twitter. Now, remember, it can be on PC, it can be on console, it can be on Pocket Edition, and you can do it in creative, or you can be in survival. It doesn't matter. All we want to do is share builds. Now, I have 3 dogs, and you might notice I was only able to buy 2 name tags from the villager. So here's what we're going to do. I've picked out 2 names that I want to name 2 dogs. Okay? We're going to name one of them Flash. And we're going to name one of them Moxie. There we go. And you're probably like, well, wait a minute, Piggy. What about the 3rd dog? Well, there's Moxie. Sit down. Good girl. And here's Flash. Oh, sit down. Good boy. Well, Flash and Moxie had a puppy while we were coming back in 2 episodes ago. And this puppy needs a name. So here's what I want y'all to do. I am going to ask you, the audience, to help me out. I want you to come up with a name for Moxie and Flash's puppy. And I want you to put it down in the comments below. And I'm going to wait a little while just to see how many names we can get going. And I may choose one. We may do some kind of a vote. I'll figure that out. But I also am going to need to color these guys' collar. Orange. I'm not too big on the orange. What I would like to have... I don't have any dyes around here with me. Not the ones I want. I want a green dye and something else, but we're gonna spend too much time on that. So I'm gonna get to collecting some dyes so I can color their collars. Because if you didn't know, you can. Oh, here we go. We'll just waste one. I'll show you. Oh, they're already orange. That would be a total waste. Okay, so we'll do gray. We're gonna do gray. Watch his collar when I right-click with the dye. Check it out. His collar changed color. That is so cool. One of those little things about Minecraft that sometimes people just don't know. So I'm going to figure out, get some green dye for Flash, and we'll get some pink dye for Moxie. So that way we know it's a boy and a girl. I know green's not boy, usually blue, but I like green. So I'm going to get to doing that. I want you guys to get your projects done and send me those pictures. And I will see you guys in the next episode.